Oh yeah, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. The police drive past me every night I walk the dog, and it just seems far too much for coincidence. Um, just happens every night, without fail. But tonight I went down the quietest scenic road where there's never any problems, a right posh estate. Walked around there, I thought, oh, it's nice and quiet for a change, thank goodness. It's really nice and calming and all that. And then, woof, police van drives past me really slowly, and I was thinking, oh, just got that moment of peace, and then it gets interrupted by a police car. So, police, you're involved with organised stalking, organised harassment, basically, and you probably think it's for terrorist watch or dangerous person. I suppose an even better excuse is because I'm on probation now. The thing is, if all this shit hadn't been happening, so I cut my own hair, it looks a bit crazy. I did that by accident, so I'm quite pleased with it. I thought it was quite original. Yeah, it's just not. It's so frustrating. They work on coincidences continuously, and it makes you wonder if the police even know that they're watching me, or if they've just been directed to go that route. I don't know, but anyhow, they're involved. They're involved with organised stalking or organised harassment, or whatever you want to call it. It's been given hundreds of names. It'd be better if we came up with a less delusional sounding name, because as soon as people hear that word gang stalking or whatever, they think it's a delusion, when it's not. I've seen some exceptional videos by people explaining, and describing what's happened and stuff excellently, but still it seems that nobody will take much notice. You're just seen as delusional by family members or whatever, by everyone. Yeah, just walking nice and calm. Thought, this is good with the dog. Nice and quiet. Nice and quiet like it was last time when I walked this way. Police car. And then somehow areas that you go to seem to just get overpopulated, like instantly. It sometimes takes a while. You'll get a moment of calm, especially if you take a different direction to what you normally would. And it's like the Truman Show when he decides to go a different direction. Then all these cars come. It feels like that. It's crazy, but it's true. And this is what people are doing. They need to realise they're working for corruption rather than to help anyone. Because if this weren't going on, I don't think the rest of the bad things would be going on as severely. It's messed up. Absolutely messed up. But I don't know what to do about it, and I don't think anyone else that's been in this situation before knows what to do about it. So it's just a continuous cycle of a vicious circle of doom. Feels like that all-seeing eye pyramid is, it feels like I'm at the bottom of it at the moment. But I know people say to me, oh, there's so much, we're so lucky to live in England and all that. Yeah, you might be. But it's not lucky to have this sort of shit happen to you all the time. I know there's a lot worse going on in other countries, with people getting blown up left, right and centre, and people starving to death in other countries that isn't paid attention to at all. It seems like the only thing that's paid attention to is the wars where they're aiming to get an oil pipeline put in, and aiming to make America and Britain and places like that surveillance capital, so everyone can have their freedoms taken away from them a bit more. Train the police up in terror watch and give them more and more rights and give the people less and less rights. Yeah, it's fine. You can walk down the street and they're just allowed to stop and search you and stuff. That's not fine. None of that's fine. Especially if you have no plans in doing anything wrong. I know, and I've met some people that are ridiculously bad people that I don't think they're bothering with them at all, because they probably work for them. So yeah, it's all just utter corruption. Things have got too big. To wean out the corruption would probably be impossible without deconstructing the whole system, the whole way the system works. I reckon we need a new system, basically, because otherwise there's going to just be more and more wars for more and more money, and it's going to continue. People are going to continue to be mind control experimented on, and maybe in 30 years everyone will be having happened to them what we are. And crikey, it's natural, surely it's natural for anyone to feel watched, especially if they're being watched, but just with the fact everyone's got their iPhones and their cameras and their GPS is being tracked everywhere anyway, to go on a massive computer database that they can look through another time, it's surely people should be paranoid that oh, hold on, I've got loads of friends at school or at college or at work. They might just decide there might be one of them that just decides to hack into my camera and see what I'm doing while I'm on the PC, you know. Things like that, let alone government or the police or whatever. So it's natural to be paranoid. God, that's a state. Ugh. Yeah, but yeah, I just keep getting the weird stuff nearly every time I go out. Just gets annoying, the adrenaline rushes and that you get when because it's your flight or fight. They're just whacking your flight or fight, and then you've got to somehow burn all that adrenaline off before it turns into its nasty byproducts that get in your brain and cause insomnia and all sorts of other stuff. But yeah, it's frustrating. It's highly frustrating. But we can all deal with it. I don't reckon the people that are orchestrating the things would deal with it for 5 minutes half the time. I think they'd keel in and be straight into a mental institution somewhere. It's one of them things. I think they pick the. I've even got a feeling that there's probably some criminal organisation that's putting bets on us to see how long it takes us to get sectioned or to see how long it takes us to go mad. You know, I think this one will go mad by 2017, or I think this one will go mad by 2018, and they've got money running on it. That's what I'm thinking, because I know this is a money-making scheme one way or another, and I know pharmaceutical industries and stuff like that are involved. They can't not be. There'd be too much money for them to make. If they just put together the scheme in general, there'd be too much money for them to make. If you can make someone think they're delusional or mad and think they need to take antipsychotics, you're onto a winner, aren't you? Because you're making lots of money from that. No matter if it's not the person that's on the antipsychotics paying for them, you're still making money through insurance and all that. I've said this before many a time. But yeah, I'm sure criminal gangs have got money in it. I'm sure there's money poured into this scheme. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to get so many people involved. People positioned everywhere. I don't think I've said how useful, but if you're having it done to you, take some B vitamins or eat some Marmite or yeast extract would be better. It's better than the Marmite brand anyway. Eat eggs if you're not a vegan, and get the choline from the eggs. That's good for your brain function and that, so you can recognise what's going on still. That's all I've got to say, probably. Just wanted to vent my feelings and put it on the internet. Right, thank you.